All right, let's be honest. We often take drinking water for granted. Turn on the tap and fresh water pours out no problem. But with a growing population comes the growing concern over our state's water infrastructure and where that water will come from. Tonight, ABC 13's Nick Notario will look at the future of water in Texas.
There's something mesmerizing watching the movement of the Gulf's waves. But the beauty of the tide also has another side. Water that sometimes makes its way too far into the region when it surges onto land. A flood, it's not the only one.
We have average about 1,500 people per day coming into Texas.
It's a swell that's impacting the state's water supply. Recently, Conroe and Magnolia officials briefly paused new build permits, they say, due to water concerns. Experts say it's not just new homes, but old structures. Aging treatment plants, they say, can leave customers with boil water notices. In order to keep the supply from drying up, organizations are eyeing a source you may not expect.
It's an endless sea out there. It is a treatment process that is proven technology. And do I see it coming? Yes.
Right now, the Gulf Coast Water Authority is conducting a study to use treated Gulf water to pump into neighbors' homes. Research that could bring upwards of a 40 million gallon desalination facility to the region.
And we make pure water out of it for drinking. It's the same process.
Well, some organizations are studying. One company is looking to make it a reality. EPCOR wants to open a desalination facility in the next 5 years at this abandoned plant in Texas City. A spokesperson says it could supply more than 100,000 homes with water from the Gulf. Here's how it would work. A channel brings water from the Galveston Bay to the facility. There, it's treated and salt removed. The clean water then goes to homes, and the salt returns to the Gulf. By the time the pounded-out salt reaches the bay, officials say it's eco-safe, a factor the state is looking at as the company moves through the permitting process. Gulf water isn't the only place being looked at to solve the state's water woes. Lawmakers are turning to voters. On November's ballot, you'll see Proposition 4. It changes the state's constitution to allocate billions of sales tax money for water infrastructure.
This sets up the state to provide upwards of $20 billion in funding that we need for our water infrastructure challenges over the next 20 years.
Money Texas 2036 Policy Director Jeremy Mazar says could go to fixing aging water infrastructure and create new sources. However, Mazar says it's only a drop in the bucket of what's needed to address the state's water issues. He says more than $150 billion needs to be spent over the next 50 years to make sure Texans have clean water. While billions more are needed, Mazar says this proposition is a start.
A no vote on Proposition 4 really sets the state back when it comes to providing firm foundations for communities and families to thrive.
Some groups have raised concerns about the ballot item, including the Sierra Club. It says the money could go to controversial water projects, and the sales tax money would be redirected from other areas. There's also concern that the money will actually go to water infrastructure. You might remember, Houston voters approved increasing taxes to fund water projects. A lawsuit revealed the city was redirecting funds. Mazar says Prop 4 would make sure the sales tax money goes towards water, but he admits there's a chance it could stream elsewhere.
Now, the constitutional amendment does allow the legislature to temporarily suspend this dedication if there's a statewide disaster declaration.
A disaster, experts fear, could be coming if nothing is done, which is why they're exploring options now to make sure Texans have enough water.
That's everybody's question. And again, we have to be looking to the next step.
Opportunities, experts say, could be coming with voter approval and organizations turning towards what keeps crashing into the region's shores. Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.